Let me know when.
Go ahead.
Okay. Olympia has been shook by political violence in the past 18 months. There has been vandalism dismissed as property crime, which, as I noted earlier, is a very callous thing to say, because behind every piece of property is a person, a human being with feelings. Business owners who have poured their blood, sweat, and tears into their business, and they're suffering losses that aren't covered by insurance. And rather than fix the conditions that are allowing those losses to happen, our city instead set up a fundraising drive to raise money to replace their windows. We're at the Transit Center where we had a shooting on September 4th. Several of our council members are either directly involved with Antifa or are Antifa adjacent, what I like to call, they're not part of Antifa, but they're sympathetic, and they treat them more favorably than they treat other groups. Particularly Renata Rollins, who was an activist herself before coming on the council. Another one is Clark Gilman. Last summer, he wrote a love letter to my friends dressed in black. And that approach, coupled with removing many of the tools that OPD had for crowd control, is what led to that shooting here on September 4th. What happened is I was Antifa's target that day. 30 armed people gathered. They were wearing body shields, had weapons, including guns. They came to attack me. My crime was we were making a music video. I was making art, and they found that offensive. On social media, the Proud Boys found out that Antifa was going to come target me, an older woman. And so the Proud Boys decided that they needed to come in and fill the leadership vacuum left by our city council. The Proud Boys decided to step in and clear Antifa from the site, City Hall, where I was going to be shooting. That's why Antifa was being chased from City Hall, because the Proud Boys took it upon themselves. I have no connections with the Proud Boys, but they took it upon themselves to remove Antifa from City Hall because the police wouldn't do it. So that's why they were running towards here. Antifa led them to the Transit Center, and right about over there, that's where a gentleman stood, a member of Antifa, and he fired 5 shots in the middle of a Saturday afternoon at the Transit Center. People were running scared. I saw a woman leave her walker. She just dropped it and ran for cover. Here you can see where the bullets struck the pole. The gentleman that was shot is over there. I will note that a person of color was shot by a white person, and there is no outcry about that. Now, the reason I think that was allowed, I had briefed OPD twice that week. I had briefed OPD. I told them that Antifa and the Proud Boys would be at City Hall at 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. And I asked them, can I count on you to protect me? The lieutenant said, you should be prepared to protect yourself. That's not what you want to hear from the police when they know that 2 known extremist groups are going to clash. I would have expected police presence to be there. This shooting did not have to happen. OPD could have prevented it. The reason they haven't, and I don't blame the officers, I blame the council. The council has demoralized OPD, first of all. The mayor took the knee to Antifa. That didn't prevent them from coming to her house. Mr. Gilman wrote his love letter to Antifa. That didn't prevent them from coming to his house, where they threw white paint on his house and on 2 of his cars. So they've been the targets of Antifa as well, and they do nothing in return. They removed one of the most useful weapons, crowd control methods that OPD has, which is chemical dispersants. OPD is not allowed to use chemical dispersants. So for OPD now to get involved in these melee fights puts them at risk and in a no-win situation. At the same time, we simply can't allow these armed extremists to be taking over our downtown. I mean, like, again, are you okay with this? Because I'm not.